Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into something that, well, pretty much every parent is thinking about: raising digital citizens. Now, it might sound a bit heavy, maybe serious, but what we found in Raising Digital Citizens, a parent's guide, it actually feels really empowering.
It absolutely is. Yeah. This dive, it's really about helping you figure out how to guide your kids online safely, wisely, and kindly, too. That's the core of it, right? Digital citizenship.
Exactly. And let's face it, parenting now in this
Yeah.
digital age, it's complicated. It's way beyond just how much screen time. We're talking online privacy, cyberbullying challenges, which are huge digital manners even, and that pressure from social media.
That's right. So our goal here, our mission for this deep dive is really to get to the heart of that question for you.
Yeah.
What is a digital citizen, actually? And how do we actively, raise one?
Okay, let's unpack that. Defining digital citizenship. The guy talks a lot about this. What's the main idea beyond just like be good online?
Well, a digital citizen uses the internet responsibly, yes. But it's more than just avoiding bad stuff. It's about being respectful, informed, safe, kind, but also actively contributing positively. What's really key here is it's not just defense, it's about empowering kids to be good participants online, from protection to participation.
Right. And this is where it gets, I think, really interesting for parents listening. The guide says this starts way earlier than we probably assume. It mentions stats like, kids getting tablets in preschool, watching YouTube before they can even properly read.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the numbers are pretty stark. Over 60% by age 3 interacting regularly. So the guide stresses starting those conversations early, but maybe not how you'd think. Less rules, more like weaving it into play. Simple stuff.
So it's foundational habits, not just a list of do's and don'ts later on.
Precisely. Building that understanding from the ground up.
Okay, let's shift gears. Screen time. It's always the big question, isn't it? How much is too much? But the guide kind of reframes that.
It does, yeah. Because if you connect it to the bigger picture, it's not just about the quantity of time. What matters much more is what kids are doing online. And, crucially, how it's affecting their mood, their behavior, their connection to the offline world.
That makes sense. Like 2 hours coding something is totally different from 2 hours just scrolling.
Exactly. Fundamentally different experiences.
And the guide points out red flags, right? Like if a child is just zoning out for hours or gets really irritable, maybe aggressive when the device goes away, or loses interest in other stuff.
Those are the key indicators, yes. Clear signs something's off balance.
And it suggests practical things like tech-free zones, meals, bedrooms, maybe that hour before bed.
Yeah, creating those boundaries, which, brings up another really important point.
Our own habits.
Exactly. How are we modeling this stuff? Kids see everything. If we're glued to our phones at dinner or, half listening while scrolling, what message does that send?
Oof, yeah. Guilty sometimes. It's tough. But true, setting our own boundaries might be even more critical.
It can be. The guide suggests being more intentional and transparent about our own use, like saying why you're picking up your phone, just checking the map, or setting a timer for this.
Right, making it visible and purposeful, not just
Yeah.
react to scrolling.
It helps model that conscious use, yeah.
Okay, so building on that.
Yeah.
Communication, being intentional. Let's talk online safety. This is huge for parents. Lots of anxiety here.
Understandably. And a core message in the guide is getting kids to truly grasp that people online aren't always who they say they are. It sounds basic, but it's critical. And teaching them never to share personal details, full name, school, where they live, because once it's out, it's pretty much out there for good. That digital footprint idea.
That permanence concept is powerful.
Yeah.
And they need to know, absolutely know, that if anything online makes them feel weird or scared or just uncomfortable, they can come to you without fearing they'll lose their tablet or get grounded. That safe space is everything.
It really is everything. We want them hiding things. The goal isn't to police, it's to partner. So the guide suggests asking open-ended questions. Not, what did you do wrong online? But, hey, what was fun that you watched today? Or, did anything online feel a bit off? Tell me about it.
Shifting from interrogation to conversation.
Exactly.
Partnership.
Okay, let's talk about the flip side of safety too, being kind online. Digital kindness, empathy. It's easy to forget there's a real person on the other side of the screen.
So easy. We have to actively teach that words online hit just as hard, maybe harder sometimes. They can spread so fast and they stick around.
Yeah, the guide really emphasizes that permanence again, doesn't it? Like why it's maybe more important online. Because those words can be screenshotted, shared. They live on.
It does. It shared this one story, actually, about a joke, just an online joke between kids that blew up into serious cyberbullying. Shows how fast things escalate and how permanent those digital moments can feel.
Wow. And it also says don't just punish mistakes, right? If your kid does post something hurtful, use it. Use it as a learning moment, absolutely. Talk about the impact, why it hurt, how to genuinely apologize or try to make amends. It's about repair, not just punishment.
Right. Okay, finally, digital literacy. This feels different from just safety or kindness. What's the focus here?
This one gets overlooked sometimes, yeah. Parents focus on the dangers or the time limits, but literacy is about teaching kids to think critically about what they see. What's fascinating, or maybe alarming, is how early kids encounter stuff that's, well, not straightforward, like sponsored content disguised as entertainment, influencers pushing products. The guide says this happens by age 8, often without kids realizing it.
8, wow. Okay, so we need to give them tools, like detective skills.
Pretty much. Asking questions. Who made this? Why? Is this trying to sell me something? Can I actually trust this? The guide calls it building media awareness, and honestly, that's like a superpower for navigating today's world.
A superpower, I like that.
So if we boil down this whole deep dive, raising digital citizens, it's really about setting healthy, flexible boundaries, modeling the behavior you want to see.
Talking openly, not judging.
Right, talking openly about safety and kindness, encouraging that critical thinking, that media awareness, and just keeping those lines of communication constantly open.
So it's definitely not about banning screens. It's much more about guiding kids through this digital world with like care and curiosity.
Adapting with them. Exactly, being present. And look, you don't need all the answers. Nobody does. Just being engaged, willing to learn alongside them, that goes such a long way.
So what does this all really mean for you listening? Maybe consider this. In this digital world that changes so fast, maybe the best thing we teach our kids isn't what to think about at all, but how to think critically, how to adapt, how to keep learning, so they become thoughtful, positive contributors online for life, something to maybe mull over as you navigate this digital maze with your kids.